Jess, thank you so much for speaking to Metro.co.uk. This must have been a weird experience for you, watching your death scenes and then talking about it. So,
Yeah,
how are you feeling?
and it's the first time I've seen it as well. I've not seen any of it. I saw tiny snippets in doing like bits of dubs and stuff, but I've not seen any of it. So yeah, it was emotional for me. Like I was crying in there, like crying because it was like a sad story, but also because it's the end of an era for me. Like even just watching that Hollyoaks come up and even seeing like what's coming up next, and Tegan's not involved in that, and that's really strange for me.
And how did you feel about the decision to write Tegan out? Are you at peace with it, or was there mixed feelings?
You know what? When I found out, I was really obviously I was really upset. I love my job. I love being there, but it's the nature of the beast. You know, we're contracted year to year. We always know it's Hollyoaks. People die all the time. You know, I've lasted 5 years. My parents died within a year. There's lots of people that died around me, so I've done really well. And also, like, just really excited to be part of a stun, a death that's going to be remembered, that people are going to talk about, and also just excited. I'm an actor, and that's what we do. We do different parts. So I've done so many incredible storylines here and got such great experience that I can't wait to take that somewhere else and play a completely different role and maybe have another name shouted at me down the street. I think that's really exciting.
And it's quite a big twist because obviously at the moment no one really suspects that Tegan's in the firing line. Then she gets a tree land on her, but she seems to be okay in hospital. She's talking and everything, and then bam. So are you hopeful that it's kind of gonna hit the audience almost twice? This big shot.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I really, the part with, is it going to be Lily? Is it going to be that? Also, all the build up of, like, what's going to happen to Dee Dee? And then it's like, oh, Dee Dee's all right. Oh, we're a happy family. It hits you. It's not just hitting you once, it's hitting you about 5 times. And, that is the joy of soap and Hollyoaks, especially. That I think it keeps the audience guessing till the end. And I do think that, Tegan is a big part of Hollyoaks and a solid character. And I think that people will not think that she's going to die. I think people will think, oh, they're teasing us. So I think that will have the desired effect that we want.
And obviously, you came in 5 years ago. Tegan was pregnant, and with Diane and Tony reaching out and those final moments, it's kind of your story's kind of come full circle in quite a poignant way. Those were very emotional final scenes. Are you glad of how the story ended for Tegan?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think, like, if she'd have just died knowing that, thinking that Rose was still calling Diane mummy and knowing that everyone was kind of still at each other's throats and it wasn't, like, harmonious, I think that would have been a really sad way for her to die. But I think, obviously, it's still sad that she dies, but it's kind of at peace. She does that scene where she picks it up, because we all know that I think that she's been told something by the doctors that she's not quite telling everybody else. So when she picks up that piece of paper and she said that this is everything that I wanted, or like right here, I think that's perfect little wrap up for her, a perfect little like, this is what I wanted, guys, and I couldn't be happier. If I've got to go, I'd like to go in this situation, I think.
And have everyone crying at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's emotional. Like, I think that everyone that's watched it has said, like, oh, God, I was crying my eyes out. So I think there was lots of tissues in there then, especially from me as well, crying at myself. That's quite embarrassing. But, yeah, I think there won't be a dry eye in the house, I don't think.
Yeah, that cinema is swimming with snot at the moment, yeah. But will you keep watching Hollyoaks Beyond this to see how much everyone's grieving for you?
I'm definitely going to watch my funeral. When they were filming it, they sent me pictures, and it was very weird to see a coffin with pictures of myself on top of it. Yeah, so I will be watching that. But also the thing for me is that, my child is still in there and my family. So the legacy of Tegan, it's quite nice. I'd like to switch it on and, see her be referenced, because she will have to be, because of the children, the situation, and who she's going to live with. So that's quite nice to know that I'm not going to be forgotten.
And this must be a difficult thing to answer because you've had such a busy 5 years. But are there any highlights from your journey in Hollyoaks that you can pick out?
There's loads, but I loved Tegan and Ziggy. I thought they were like a really unexpected love story that actually everyone really like held on to, and like the Love Actually moment that they did at Christmas, and then he died. I mean, she's had a pretty tragic time, let's think of it. Like, her mum and dad have died, she had cancer, she had a baby swap, her first baby daddy got shot dead, she'd been arrested for kidnapping her own child. Yeah, she was part of the Gloved Hand Killer storyline. That was great as well. I loved filming that. because it was just like such a big part of the show at the time, and just working with all the girls and not knowing who it was, that was a really cool part.
It's never been boring, really, has it?
No, I mean, she has been through so much. That's what I mean, like, it's been 5 years and I'm sad that it's ended, but, like, she did so much. Like, I can't say that I was involved in some of the best storylines along that 5 years, so I think I can leave knowing that I've made my mark.
Yeah, lots of memories as well.
Yeah.
What is next for you? Do you have any plans on, and what would be your ideal role post-Tegan? Do you want to do something completely different?
Yeah, so I love theatre. That's my background before, so I'd love to do that. There's so many amazing dramas out there. Like Killing Eve and stuff, just made me so excited. So I'd love to do that. I'd love to do my comedy, and also, I'm from Manchester. There's another soap not so far away. Ian is there now. Hi, Ian. But no, like, I'd like to. I loved work. I've realised I loved working in the soap genre, and it's where I feel at home. So I'd like to do lots of other bits, and then I wouldn't say no to another soap.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us, and I look forward to interviewing you for Corrie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.